Good evening, everyone. My name is Joe Garcia. Tonight, I'll be doing a review of the movie The Words. The story is about young Rory Jensen and his wife Dora Jensen, who are both played by Bradley Cooper and Zoe Saldana. Rory is a young writer trying to get his work published, but as he's been rejected many times, he has reached the lowest point in his life, feeling anger, despair, hopelessness, all these like a bunch of mixed, messed up emotions. In order to help cheer him up, his wife gets him a briefcase, an old briefcase, figuring he'll like it and can use it for work and so on and so forth. One afternoon, as he's shifting through the briefcase, he finds this old manuscript. He then reads the manuscript and is blown away by the story that he has just finished reading. Since he has reached the lowest point in his life, he feels the need that he can just take this story and then submit it as his own, claiming that he is the author of the story, as the story that he had just read it was an unknown author. No one had claimed it. So, after his book is published, he has reached fame. He has a few books under his belt. Now, Rory has done it. He's a writer. He's published. He's out there. One day, as he's sitting on a bench in Central Park, just enjoying a random book that he just decided to read, he's approached by this old man, who's played by Jeremy Irons. The old man claims to know who he is and that he loves his story. He loved his book. Praises him, everything. The old man then proceeds in telling him a story about his life, which is identical to the story in the book that Rory had published. It is then realized that the old man is the author of the book and that it is not a fiction, it is a non-fiction. It tells the story of his life when he was young, about the love, the tragedy, everything that has gone on in his life, his hopes, his dreams, everything. After knowing this, Rory feels so much guilt and regret that he feels the need to tell his wife. His wife is then hurt by the fact that he lied and claimed this great work of art, claimed that it was his, but when it wasn't. In a way of trying to fix everything, make everything right, Rory tries to get his name taken off the book, get the old man credit, tries to fix everything, but it all fails, and he can't do it. And has to go on in life knowing that he did this. It's his mistake, his burden. He has to go on living in life knowing he can't fix it. And we can all relate to that. Everyone's made a mistake here or there in their life, and everyone has to deal with it. If they can't fix it, you have to go on in life knowing that you did this and you couldn't fix it, and you just have to move on. Yeah, it sucks, it hurts, and it'll eat away at you eventually if you let it. But it's life, we all have to move on. The biggest plot twist of this movie is that it's a story within a story, meaning The Words, the movie itself, is a book written and narrated by Clayton Hammond, who is played by Dennis Quaid. Dennis Quaid is narrating his book, The Words, to a group of people, to an audience who have sat there to hear him read his book. After he's done his reading, he's approached by a young writer slash reporter from a local college. She then asks him questions, normal questions that any reporter would ask, like, what's the inspiration, blah, 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 blah. He then tells her the rest of the story and how Rory has to go on in life knowing all this, everything that he's done, everything I just mentioned a couple seconds ago. So, Dennis Quaid's character, Clayton, he acts similarly to how Rory acts, and he cites some of the things that he wrote in his book, The Words, and puts his own life experiences in it, which makes you think, hey, wait a second, this is just like Rory's life. What's going on here? The thing is, the real big plot twist is that the book, The Words, is a semi-autobiography of Clayton's life. and he just uses Rory as like the fictional character who is basically him in real life. This movie got me on so many levels. It was meaningful, it was deep, there was so many emotions, there was two different stories going on. Well, technically three, but still. Like, there were so many stories going on and so many emotions. Like, we can all relate to that. We can all relate to making a mistake that we have to live with in life and that we can't fix. The pain of loss, the pain of love, everything. Pain, joy, sadness, happiness, all that. And I've seen a couple movies in my time that have made me cry, such as AI, Artificial Intelligence, Bicentennial Man, so on and so forth. I do admit that I've cried during these films. This one was no different. I actually felt the emotional pain that these characters felt. And there were some scenes that actually made me tear up. Not heavy crying, but I did tear up. I felt an emotional attachment to these characters because it felt so real and alive, and like I can relate. We can all relate to this movie. With that being said, I give this movie 3.5 stars out of 5. I suggest everyone see this movie. It is a great film, and everyone, it's a great date movie. Believe me, there's plenty of emotions and story in it to make it a great date movie. So go out there, see the movie The Words, and enjoy yourselves. Well, that concludes the first movie review I've done for YouTube. I will be having regular videos every other week. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't be too harsh. It is my first one, so it will get better as I go along, trust me. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my fan page on Facebook, follow my Twitter, everything. Thanks for watching, and see you in 2 weeks.